While some Scottish fans were peering through the fog yesterday, the Kilmarnock supporters were basking in the winter sunshine at Rugby Park. Hibs, despite their continued inability to beat Hearts, still managed to attract support from near and far. The visiting fans were given something to shout about in the 9th minute, when Gareth Evans evaded the attentions of his opponents and put Keith Wright through, but the striker's attempt failed to find the target. Kilmarnock, in fact, were enjoying the better of the play at this stage. Tom Black's long ball found Sean McSkimming, whose cross was headed behind for a corner by Dave Beaumont to deny the lurking George McCluskey. Another ball from defence found its target in the shape of McCluskey, who laid it on for Porteous. But Brian Hamilton brought an abrupt end to his run. The Hibs midfielder was booked for his misdemeanour, while Killie planned their set-piece move. Black, McPherson and McCluskey hovered, and it was Black who eventually curled the ball just wide of Leighton's left-hand post. Hibs weren't much in evidence as an attacking force, although Killie keeper Bobby Geddes was called into action to deal with a 30-yard attempt by Willie Miller. The home side were stringing their passes together well. When Stark was halted, Millen stepped in. He found Porteous, who laid it outright for McCluskey, and his cross flew invitingly across the face of the goal with Stark inches away from connecting, the ball going off Beaumont for a corner. From the kick, Hamilton headed clear, but only to Ray Montgomery, whose effort wasn't far away. Kilmarnock had nothing to show for their efforts, but they weren't deterred. McSkimming went on another run down the left. His cross was headed on by Stark to an unmarked Porteous, but the number 9 fired the ball straight at Leighton. No goals at the interval, but whatever manager Alex Miller said in the Hibs dressing room during the break had the desired effect. Evans ran clear, but Geddes intervened, and Millen cleared, but only as far as O'Neill. Hibs were looking hungrier now, although Keith Wright couldn't make anything out of this move. With 49 minutes gone, we were at last treated to a goal. O'Neill crossed. Hamilton failed to control the ball, but it ran perfectly for David Farrell, who unleashed an unstoppable effort and then celebrated in slightly unconventional style. The Killie fans hadn't even had time to come to terms with the fact their side were losing when Hibs struck again. Where was Dave Beaumont's marker as he headed past Geddes? There was no stopping the Easter Road side now. They were rampant, while Kilmarnock tried in vain to get their act together again. O'Neill spotted McAllister free in the box, and only a desperate lunge by Montgomery deflected his shot wide. But within 60 seconds, Hibs scored goal number 3. Once again, it started from a short corner. Hamilton swung the ball in. Wright headed across goal, and it was all too easy for Gareth Evans to score. Kilmarnock were now in suicidal mode. Having lost 3 goals in 5 minutes, they almost made it 4 and 6. Geddes the culprit, but what a miss by Keith Wright. The Hibs striker had a chance to make amends 3 minutes later, when he got on the end of O'Neill's cross, but his header finished just wide of goal. Shell-shocked Killie did manage to recover their composure after that barrage by Hibs, and they rediscovered their opponent's goal. Ali Mitchell tried from long range, but Jim Leighton tipped his effort over the bar. Leighton was in action again moments later, dealing with a rasping Tom Black shot and the attentions of Billy Stark. It was a proverbial game of 2 halves, but the honours went to Hibs.
Well, the manager gave us a bit of roasting at half-time, probably thoroughly deserved. And we didn't have to task what he'd said, and we were all delighted. We got a nice midweek off now, so we'll jump to another place in the table, which helps.
Hibs then go